Hi there. I'm going to show you really quick how to fry some fish. This is true cod, Alaskan true cod, and I've had it marinating overnight. And first I brined it with some white wine, and it let it soak for a good few hours. And you can soak it in white wine in about, I would say, in about a half hour or even 45 minutes to 24 hours. And then I went ahead and I brined it in some sea salt, and I did that for another, depending on how fresh your fish is, you can brine it for about another 45 minutes, or I would say brine it for about a couple hours at least, and then thoroughly rinse it. So it's already salted, so I'm not going to salt it. And then I'm just going to, and this is just a basic frying, and this is all-purpose flour and cornmeal, medium cornmeal, and you can add to it half and half, and you can just add some black pepper and some granulated onion powder and some, well, that's granulated, not powder, and this is granulated garlic. Okay, and then you want to take this piece of fish, which has already been marinated. Now, I didn't put any eggs in this, and you can do an egg type. There's different kinds of batters you could use, but this is just a basic one. And you can make sure that your stove is on medium. There's some expeller press canola oil. Let me wipe my counter a little bit because I see there's little crumbs around. And then you have your again, this is your mise en place. So you have, this would be your mise en place, the stuff that you have together. And so you have like a strainer, any kind of strainer will do, and I put paper towels, and that way you could just, and this is just one way of making cod, and you can make a poor boy out of this, or you can make, you can serve it with your favorite starch and a vegetable, of course. I'm just going to make some fried fish, and who knows, maybe I'll make a kind of like a po' boy, Alaskan po' boy of some sort. Okay, so, and then like I said, just go ahead, and now if you're going to use the egg, of course, you would dunk it in the egg first. You would marinate it in the egg, you know, put it in the egg, and you can also use buttermilk, and then you want to coat it with your which would be this, which is your coating, and dunk it in the egg, and then you put it in a panko. You could do it that way as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop that in there, and get as many as you can at the same time. That way they cook pretty much at the same. You might need to adjust your fire there. I'm going to bring it down. And this is a really, really easy, simple method that you could do at home, or even if you're going to do a catering, this would be a good thing to do at a party, and you want to cut some costs down, and you can't afford all the ingredients. This is the way to go. And I would definitely make sure you brine it, the fish. Brine it, and to me what it does, what the brine does, is it eliminates any kind of bad bacteria that might be in the fish. And also, you know, I think it's just good for the fish. And if you know where your fish is coming from, and you know that your fish is quality, you know the farmer. In this case, I don't know the farmer, and I usually get my fish at a sustainable farm, which makes all the difference in the world. Ask your the fish person or the person that is selling the fish. You always know how fresh it is by the smell, by the color. And this has been previously frozen, so I don't have too much of a history on this fish, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go ahead and cook it, and I know, take a chance, right? Well, I don't know, that would be a good thing, but I'm sure it'll be okay after I brine it and make sure that I get a good brine on it. It's already smelling very delicious. Yum. I think I've done this before. It's going to be such a good sandwich. I'm going to make it into like a po' boy type of. And that's going to be my first batch. Oh, that smells delicious. And like I said, on your fish, these are like nuggets that I got at a really good deal. You can find some nuggets. These are just the pieces of fish that actually there's better pieces of fillet, but this is a nice fish. And just coat your nuggets like this. Like I said, the fresher the better. And you might want to even consider going back on seafoodwatch.org. That way you know the origin. I know there's other ones out there, but in California and in the culinary program, I've learned that the seafoodwatch.org is the one that we want to use, which is people really work hard to find your sustainable. Like I said, I've used other ones, and they're pretty similar to the seafoodwatch.org, but if you're in California, or even out of California, you can look at that and find some reliable sources on there. And then that's pretty much all you do. You see how well coated that is and how easy that is? Nothing fancy. Of course, like I said, you could use the other method, but if you have, like I mentioned earlier, if you're short on the budget, this would be a good. And like I did marinate this in wine. I'm always trying to do something a little fancy. You can get any old white wine. I'm going to take those little ones out. Those are going to be my little testers. You might need to go ahead and add a little bit more oil to that. You don't need a whole lot of oil. If you have a cast iron skillet, that's even a plus. And you just want to get it to a color. Now, in a course, in a professional kitchen, you're going to use a thermometer always. But in this case, you could serve this with hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce, or you could. And this is going to be delicious. And I'm going to try it. Oh yeah. I'm going to squeeze some lemon over it once it's in here, but it'll take the crispiness away. That way. How delicious that is. Yummy. So there you have it. a beautiful way to fry your fish. And then let's leave it there. I know I'm playing with it. Is what I'm considering doing, playing with it. And then you just remove it and put it in something that you can easily strain it. Strain all the extra oils. You see all the oils in there? Okay. I'll talk to you later.